Hello and welcome back to Raroo Crafts. I'm Sarah and today I'm on to share with you some experimenting that I want to do. So if you saw a recent unboxing that I did from BB Crafts, you'll see that they sent me some nice items to have a play with. And one of the things that I've been desperate to get out and have a play with, and I've been waiting for Christmas to sort of be finished, is this box of bezels. They're all sort of sea themed bezels. They came in this lovely sort of bright gold colour. And obviously you make jewellery with them. And you can use them as they are, or you can put some resin in them. Now, I wanted to have a go at playing with some resin, but I also wanted to change the colour of the actual bezel. Because as much as I like the bright gold, I wanted something a little bit less vibrant. For what I was doing. So this was what I went for. All I've done is given it a light coat of gesso, just plain gesso, waited for that to dry, and then I've stippled in with a paintbrush a little bit of brown StazOn ink. And then once that's all dried and all set, I've just rubbed it back a little bit with an emery board just to pull through a little bit of the gold here and there. And I really, really love the finish that has given me on these bezels. It almost looks like sort of a faux stone finish. So you can see on this dolphin one, I've just done the dolphin and the little shells at the back there. I've left the actual hoop gold on that one. So it's really nice because you can have a play with it, but also you could have a play with other colour inks as well. You wouldn't, you don't have to just do the brown that I've done. But today I want to try something with some resin on these. So I've never done this before, so it might go horribly, horribly wrong. Might turn out to be lovely, who knows? So what I'm going to start with is I've got some clear packing tape, and I'm just going to take a piece of this clear packing tape and stick a couple of the bezels to this packing tape, like so. And let's snip it up the middle here and turn them over, and with a bone folder I'm just going to give them a really good rub, and that's to try and keep my resin in place. I think there is a special tape that you're supposed to use for this, but I haven't got it. And I have got clear packing tape, so why not give it a go? So there we go, we've got a couple there. And then I will do the other two as well. So I'm just going to play with these four for now and see how it works out. There we go. And there we have it. Okay, so then we need some resin. So I've got a couple of little pots here, and I've got my epoxy resin. So this is the odorless one. It's non-toxic odorless resin. I just picked mine up from Amazon. So it's just a two-part resin. Okay, so I've got a little bit of white and I've got some blue resin. I've also gathered together a few bits that I thought might look cute in the bezels. So I've got these little, they're actually nail art pieces, and they're all seaside themed, and there's shells and seahorses and things like that. I've got a little bit of sand that I have got in my stash, and I've also got some tiny, tiny little real shells that were in my stash as well. So I've pulled all of that together, along with some cocktail sticks, and I'm going to start on... I'll start on this one because it's my least favourite of the bezels, and I want to practice on the one that I don't love the most. Oh, I'm getting everything stuck to myself. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting in a bit of the blue resin. And I'm just going to manoeuvre that about using a cocktail stick. And this resin takes about 24 hours to dry, so I've not got any desperate hurry. You know, I can play with the resin somewhat. So I'm going to make sure that the resin meets the whole of the bezel, all the way up to the edges. Obviously the packing tape is stopping it from just disappearing down the back there. I'm just going to put a little bit more in like that. And then, because this one almost looks like waves up the top there, I thought it might be nice to have some of the sort of white coloured resin up in at the top bits. So again, I'm just going to use the cocktail stick to manoeuvre it and to add little drops in here and there. Like so. I'm just sort of stretching and pulling that up into meet the frame of the bezel everywhere. Like so. Like this. Oops. Get it in up there. Like so. And then I'm just gonna swirl my cocktail stick around from that blue and up and into that white, so that you get almost that sort of surf appearance. That looks quite pretty. And then I'm going to pop a little tiny bit of sand in there. So what can I use to scoop it with? I've got a little spoon here. So I'm just going to put down the bottom of this bezel. I'm going to put some sand in there like that. Obviously it's not going to stick to the metal. Once the resin's dried and I lift it up, it won't be on the metal bits. That'll just brush away. Like so. I might just see. Brush. See if I can just brush some of the, just so I can see what I'm working with and where my line is. So I'm just working with a paintbrush that I don't mind if it gets a little bit of resin on it. It's an old one. And just sink that down. And then I'm going to try and find a shell that is reasonably sort of small and flat. I can't find my actual tweezers anywhere. It's driving me bonkers. Aha, I found some. These are the oldest, skankiest pair of tweezers in the world, but they are good ones. So I'm just going to get a little shell and I'm going to push that down and embed that into the resin. Got another one here. Again, I'm just going to pop that down and into the resin. And then in my little wheel, I know that there are some seahorses in here. And I'm going to pop that just in there like that. And then I'm going to just put another little bit of resin over the top of all of that and sort of encase it in the resin. Now this would be easier if I'd got the UV, because I could have set the one layer and then put another layer over the top, but as I haven't, I'm trying to sort of do it without having to wait 24 hours for the resin to set. I put a bit too much resin in there. So again, I'm just using my cocktail stick to try and manipulate where this resin is going. My poor little seahorse looks like he's sort of half out the water. I'm going to drag him back in a second. So I'll just flip my stick over so that I haven't got the sand on this edge, and I'm just going to push my little seahorse down and lift him slightly from underneath, like so. Put a little bit of white there. Like I say, this is all very experimental. Doesn't matter if it doesn't work out first time round. There we go. And then I'm just going to give that a slightly more sort of natural look to it. Okay, and I'm going to leave that one and let it set overnight and see what it looks like tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do the other ones off camera. I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm just going to layer in a bit of resin and, you know, play with the inks and the bits and pieces that I've got and see what it looks like. I'm going to try putting a slightly smaller layer, first layer in this time round. And then what I'll do is I will come back tomorrow when these have all dried and we can take the tape off the back and give the metal a bit of a wipe over and see what we're left with. I'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day. The camera angle's changed and the resins have pretty much dried. So all I need to do is very carefully peel it off of the tape. Oh, I just had a tickle in my throat. I had to stop and have a cough. Okay. So I'm just peeling away the tape, being careful because it's not 100% cured. It's still a little bit soft in the middle, but I'm impatient. There we go. So that's what it looks like from the back. So obviously that's really pretty too. And you could actually fill it from the back forwards. But from the front, there you go. How beautiful is that? Absolutely love it. So you can see the little starfish just going up into the waves there. And then you've got the shells down the bottom here and the dolphin. I absolutely adore it. And my elder daughter fell in love with them and asked me to do a project to make her a little something using the resins, the bezels. So I have done just that. So if I just tilt the camera upwards, see if I can get it far enough away. Ooh, there you go. You can see that I've made her a little, it's a driftwood hanger for her bedroom. So she's got the bezels with the resin and the shells. I've also used some of those beautiful ceramic beads that came in my unboxing as well. They are absolutely beautiful, the beads. I've got some shells and things that I'd got in my stash from the ones that the kids have collected over the years when we've been on holiday. Some little pearls, seashell, starfish, some stone chip beads, and yeah, absolutely love it. So just see if I can, I'll see if I can get a better angle. We're going freestyle, so I do apologise if it's a bit wobbly. You can see at the top of the hanger there, I have put some of those gorgeous beads. Those are those beautiful ceramic beads that I got in my package, with a little pile of the shells and things. And then I've got this piece of branch that we got when we went getting things for making Christmas wreaths, and I've just given it a bit of a coat of watered down white gesso, and then dry brushed it with some gesso just to make it look a bit more like driftwood. And then coming down from there, you can see that we've got the bezel there. It's got a shell, one of the beads, a starfish. Then I've done a row of, on just a thinner twine, of the beautiful ceramic beads and seashells all hanging on there. And then over on the other side, we've got some of the thicker twine again with a seashell and some of the beads. And then again, we've got, if I can get it in shot, we've got one of the bezels. And then over here, we've got this one. And this is the one that she liked the most. She thought the waves looked really cool on that one. So that will hang in my daughter's bedroom. But I just wanted to share it with you to see that you don't just have to use these bezels and things to make jewellery. You know, you can use them for making home decor items as well. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at what I created using my stuff from BB Crafts this month. I've had a whale of a time creating with them, and I'm going to make some jewellery, I think, with the ceramic beads as well, because they are just so beautiful. As always, the links to the products will be in the description box below this video, along with a coupon code so that you can get some money off if you decide to place an order. So thank you very much for staying with me and watching this video. I hope to see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.